What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Nicholas McGehee. You're tuned into Entering the Temple Secretum. Today I wanted to kick off something different of a how-to, and I'm going to be going into the concept of what is lucid dreaming and how can you begin the practice to start having lucid dreams on your own. You can begin this practice today. Before we get into that, I want to give a shout out to Chris Eckert II and Derek Nicely. They were winners of the giveaway that I posted in my last video because we had reached 100 subscribers. So thank you all who participated in the giveaway. It means a lot to me that y'all did that. And to those who didn't, if you were one of my subscribers, all you had to do was comment down below one entry because that was already an entry. But Chris Eckert II, Derek Nicely, congratulations on winning the giveaway. Your items were shipped out today. I forget who got who, I'd have to look it up. All right, so lucid dreaming. Let's jump right into it. Lucid dreaming is a phenomenon that occurs that is basically where you are aware that you are dreaming while you are in a dream. And once you become aware that you are dreaming, you have the ability to shift the environment that your subconscious has created and basically do whatever you want. Now there are pros and cons to this, and we're going to get into that a little bit later into this video, as far as what to do, what not to do, and some cool little hacks that will help you become a better person through lucid dreaming. So first off, lucid dreaming, is it even possible? Is it possible that you can? Of course it's possible. Everybody's had it. Most of y'all have had a dream where you've become aware you're dreaming and you've tried to fly or this or that or faced a fear. So you know that is possible. But is it possible that there are techniques that you can induce lucid dreaming yourself and do it on a regular and constant basis? The answer is, of course, yes. Yes, there is. I'm going to be showing you two methods today that you guys can use. You can actually combine these methods, which is what I do. Before we get into that, let me go back to the pros and cons. A lot of people, once you realize you can do whatever you want in your dreams, guys with hormones, your first reaction is sexual thoughts. You know, you can have sexual relations with any celebrity that you manifest in your subconscious, of course. And as you know, things feel real they feel real to an extent in the dream world. There are slight differences with feeling that's pretty hard to notice unless you are lucid. But of course, one of the biggest things that people talk about is the ability to manifest their sexual desires while lucid dreaming. Another cool thing that you can do is you can experience what your subconscious believes it is like to fly while lucid dreaming. What's hard to do, but very beneficial to you if you are the type of person who is trying to examine yourself and make yourself a better person, is to allow your subconscious to not understand that you yourself are lucid. Instead, to be a third-party observer to your dream and allow everything to play out as it should within this dream. And what you come to realize is, why is your subconscious creating this? It's you. You're creating this. You're manifesting these actions, these desires, these fears. You're creating it. So you can get down to the root problem of why you are creating it, and you can solve a lot of your problems that way. You have some weird stuff come up in your dreams. I'm sorry for my voice. I'm not feeling well. And that's also a reason I haven't been making videos as much. You can manifest some weird stuff into your dreams, and once you start to come to terms with it and you can kind of say, well, this probably means this and this means that, or you know deep down where your problems are. You know what your vices are. You know what you should be changing. You know what you're too lazy to try and change, and you know what you're too scared to face. One of the best benefits with lucid dreaming is being able to be that third-party observer to your dreams, to understand what is going on inside your head and what you can do to fix it. Another great benefit that not everybody thinks of immediately as first is you have the ability to face your fears. You have the ability to manifest anything you fear into that, that's what we'll call it, a reality, because your subconscious reality. You have the ability to manifest anything that you fear into that subconscious reality, whether it's, I'm afraid of spiders. I could manifest spiders around me and have them crawl all over me in this lucid dream. Have I? Yes, I have, because it is a fear that I have been trying to face. I am not nearly as scared of spiders as I was 5-6 years ago. If you're afraid of clowns, you could manifest a deranged maniac clown that's got a chainsaw or something, and you can literally face that fear because you understand that nothing's gonna happen to you in this dream state. You cannot get physically hurt or die in this dream state. The most you will do is wake up in a bit of a panic. Now, when facing those fears, if that's what you decide to do, be prepared to deal with it, because it is very easy to create something negative in these realms. And once you get in that low vibrational fear state and you're there, it can be pretty difficult to create positive things back. So when you create something, be prepared to deal with it. Be prepared to throw that fear at it and attack it head on, and be the conqueror of your dreams. Be your hero, the Avengers, whatever your superhero is, be that hero and conquer your fears. And you'll find that you feel so much better down the road, that those fears become very minimalized and then eventually just disappear. The first technique that I'm going to show you, it actually takes quite a bit of practice, and it takes a little bit of time to instill in your mind, so you can do the other technique I'll show you while still practicing this technique every single day to maximize your efforts. The technique is a reality check technique. So while you're awake throughout your day, you will perform a series of reality checks to ensure you're not dreaming. And while this sounds dumb, what you do in your conscious reality will manifest itself in your subconscious reality. So these reality checks that you do out here, you may feel inclined to do them in the dream state and then realize, oh shit, I'm dreaming, and then boom, you're lucid in your dream and everything changes. Some of the reality checks that I do is I'll do a finger count, and if any of y'all know me or see me outside of YouTube, you'll randomly see me look at my hands real quick. All I'm doing is I'm counting my fingers. I'm making sure I have 5 fingers. Sometimes your subconscious mind has to play catch up while you're in a lucid dream, and it kind of glitches and mixes things up. And one thing I've noticed, with me at least, is that sometimes I'll have 6 fingers, sometimes I'll have 4, sometimes I'll have 3, sometimes I won't even see my fingers in a dream state. So if I look at my hand right now, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I have 5 fingers. I'm not dreaming. And I do that probably at least once or twice an hour. Another thing that I'll do is I will do memory catch-up. I'll say, okay, right now I'm sitting in the driveway of my house. Where was I before this? Okay, I went to pick up my daughter, do this, I got a haircut. Okay. If you start realizing that, where was I before this? I just kind of appeared here. 9 times out of 10 you're in the dream state, or you have some serious memory issues, or probably some drug alcohol issues that you need to address. Another reality check that I do is I read certain things. Whether right now I'm sitting in my car, so I'm looking at my GPS and I see the word options. I'll look and it says options. I'll look back Does it still say that, or does it say something else, or are the words kind of scrambled and jumbled? That's another good check that you can do. Or if you find it difficult to read the word, you could be in a dream state. For some reason, in a dream state, a lot of people have issues reading texts, reading stuff that's written down in the dream state. Your subconscious scrambles to come up with something. Or if you are able to read it and you look away and you look back at it, more than likely something has been changed on it, just because your subconscious is trying to figure it out. Unless you're actively thinking about what it is, then it can manifest there. Now, with these reality checks, you do have to be an extremely grounded, not extremely grounded person, but you do have to be grounded. Grounded in this reality. And I don't think I've done a video on grounding yet, on techniques to keep yourself grounded, because if you do these reality checks on a daily basis, you're gonna start questioning a lot. Am I in the real world? Am I in a dream world? Am I dreaming? You're gonna start to lose the ability to perceive when you are dreaming and when you are not dreaming. So make sure you're grounded before you go into those steps. If you don't feel like you're grounded enough to do that, no worries. Go ahead on to this next technique that I'll show you. This is a little bit more practical. Technique number 2. This is called the WILD technique, or WILD method. It stands for Wake Induced Lucid Dreaming. Now, what you have to realize is that your body, the average human, whether you realize it or not, has maybe 3 to 4, sometimes more, sometimes less dreams a night. And what happens is when you lay down to go to sleep, you hit those first cycles of sleep where your body is putting itself into sleep paralysis, preparing your brain for those theta wave states, and to experience rapid eye movement. Now, when this happens, when your brain reaches when your body's paralyzed, unless you sleepwalk, if your body's paralyzed, your brain reaches those theta waves, and you enter rapid eye movement, that is the state when you are dreaming. You go through this state several times a night. It starts off, for most people, they have determined that this starts off in short duration, so maybe 10-15 minutes in your first state, and then you'll go maybe an hour or 2 asleep. Then you'll go back into the rapid eye movement, the theta realm sleep. Then you'll go back into the sleep, deep sleep or delta wave sleep. Back in it. Now, around, if you have a regular sleep cycle where you're in bed by 9 o'clock and you get up at 6 a.m. Your last REM cycle should be roughly around 5 a.m. So what you want to do is this is going to be the longest one, and this is going to be an easier one for you to get into. Go to sleep at night and set an alarm for about 4:45, 4:30. Let your body and mind get a good night's sleep, like 6, 7, 8 hours. When you wake up with your alarm, you can shut your alarm off. You're still going to be very tired. Try not to move around. Try your very best to just kind of lay there and quickly get yourself back into that sleep paralysis state. When you enter sleep paralysis, the best way to do it is just to lay there and not move a muscle. No matter the itches, no matter the tingles, no matter what, it's your subconscious, it's your conscious mind trying to say, hey, are you awake? Are you awake to your body? If you ignore it, that your conscious mind is going to assume that your body is sleeping and that it's safe to go ahead and initiate the sleep paralysis state. When sleep paralysis is initiated, you will feel, I personally feel just a lead blanket feeling over my body. I feel like I can still move if I really, really wanted to, but other than that, I feel a lead blanket just kind of foam over my body. And the reason that happens is so when you are in those dreamlike states, you're not moving around in your physical body as you are in your dreamlike states, causing havoc. Now, you may have sleep paralysis issues if you sleepwalk, and so on and so forth, as you can probably guess. So lay down, try and get back into that sleep paralysis state. You want to start clearing your mind a little bit. Don't be thinking about what dreams you had before. Just clear it. Get a couple deep breaths in, get your body back relaxed, get your mind relaxed. I want you to close your eyes and kind of keep your eyes right up here in this area right here. You don't have to cross them super much. You don't have to cross them a lot to where you're looking cross-eyed, but just kind of notice this area right here. Keep your eyes lightly closed, don't scrunch them. And what you'll start to see is these color patterns, different color patterns. You should, if you haven't moved around a lot, you should notice that come on pretty quickly. After these color patterns, brief images should start appearing, as if you can see them, as if your eyes are closed and you can see them. A lot of y'all notice that happens before you fall asleep. You'll kind of go in and out of those images, although some of you might not remember them. Once you get one of those images, try and hold on to it. Try and keep that image, but be conscious about that image. Notice what is in that image. We're gonna say, for example, it is an image of a farm with a brown fence. Keep that in your mind. Now, on this farm, do you hear any animals? What do the animal sounds sound like to you? Try and get those to play in your head. That brown fence, what does that brown fence feel like? Imagine if you actually touched it and what it would feel like. Allow this image to become your reality, and you will find yourself in a lucid dream pretty quickly. If that image just keeps going away, or you can't hold that image, try with whatever image comes up next. If you can't hold that image, you're more than likely going to fall asleep. Now, if you fall asleep doing the wake-induced lucid dreaming, doing this method, you have kind of triggered your subconscious into saying, I want to have a lucid dream. I want to be lucid in my next dream. You are more likely to obtain lucidity in that dream than you would be if you just go to sleep at night. So you still have that chance. Now, combined with the first technique I told you, that all that does is increase your chances of becoming lucid in your dreams. Before I get off here, I do want to let you guys know, if this is something you want to do, I highly suggest to you that you don't pursue it for egotistical purposes. You don't pursue it for sexual cravings or desires. All of those lustful sexual desires, those are low vibration feelings. It's going to be very counterintuitive to this process that we're trying to do. If you do get in these lucid dreams, there's nothing wrong with having fun, flying around, so on and so forth, manifesting your fears, fighting them off. I highly suggest to you that you be the observer of your first couple of lucid dreams. See what it is that your subconscious is creating for you, and figure out what it is, and learn how you can deal with it. Learn how you can kind of shape it within yourself to become a better person, or to advance more on this spiritual path. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you again for all the support. It really does mean a lot to me. Pretty soon I'm going to go back into resuming the 7 hermetic principles. I think we're going to be on the principle of rhythm, which will kind of be similar to the principle of vibration mixed with the principle of polarity. So I look forward to doing that. If you guys have any questions, please leave me a comment down below. Also, I got links down to all my social media pages below. Connect with me. Let's get to talking. If you have ideas that you want to tell me, let me know. I'd love to hear them. I'd love to communicate with you guys. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button below so you can check out some of my other videos and any future content that I have planned coming out. If you guys want to be notified when I do post videos, there is a little bell right down there. You press that little bell, you'll instantly get notified when my new videos come out, so you'll be able to check them out. If you like the video, give me a thumbs up, and until I see you guys next time, God bless.